so much. That's part of our way of acknowledging the Indigenous people from this area right here. There's 3 different nations that live in this area, and so now they've had representatives to welcome us officially to this territory. So I'm very grateful that we put some time in the agenda today to acknowledge the Indigenous lands here. I'm going to call forward Chief Rueben George from the Tsleil-Waututh Nation. I'm going to welcome Chief Rueben George to the stage to speak on behalf, to come forward and speak. He's an Indigenous community organizer and spiritual leader. He's a Lakota Sundance chief and the grandson of the Chief Dan George, the Oscar-nominated and widely respected Native leader.
Before we start, I'd really appreciate a moment of silence to one of our pioneers of helping us, actually, I believe, in what we're doing here today. He stood up for the rights of our nation, of our people, of our lands, and he passed away this morning, and my heart's heavy. I did ceremony with Russell Means, and so if we could have a moment of silence before I start. Hoichka. ACM, Hoichka, CM, Siaya, Hoichka, CM, Chiefs Glutestan Snot to Tsleil-Waututh. Well, one thing I could say right off the bat is we're winning. It's so important how we start today, because what I believe in the spirit, the things that are driving us, that are standing behind what we do, is our spirit. When we come together like this, our spirits collide with one another, and we become stronger. Let that be the driving force behind what we do. The sacredness of what we have, there's no price that we can put down on those things. Our earth, our water, our lands. There's no price because of our sacred connection that we have to it. My lineage of where I come from is directly from the water. We are the Tsleil-Waututh people, means people of the inlet. That's where our lineage comes from. That's where our creation of the first human being comes from. That's what we believe. We can't put a price on that. And that's why we say no. Anything that goes into our waters here should be the same things that we get out of the water. The culture and the spirit of what we're doing, the lessons that we have, the teachings that we carry, they come from our earth. Those are the lessons that we receive to be a better human being. Those are the lessons that we receive, the fundamentals of humanity, of love, honor, respect, dignity, and pride. All the fundamentals of any religious belief. As my brothers and sisters here, when we carry our sacred things, we love our sacred things, and we respect and we cherish our sacred things when we treat them with respect, and then when we need it, they give us that energy back. And that's the same as the water. The water gives us these things. Those are the only things that we should be putting back into the earth, is the same goodness, that same respect, that same love, that same care. And those pipelines and those tankers are not doing that. Our government is not standing behind us, the people that are here, that are saying no more. We want to make a difference and make it better for our future generations. We want to make it better for our children, for your children. And because Kinder Morgan and Enbridge and Keystone, the owners of these pipelines, are too blind to see because of their greed, we're going to do it for their children too. We're going to make a better life for their children. We're going to stand together and say, yes, we are going to win. We are going to stop it. We are going to make a difference. We are, like Russell Means did, stand up for our lands. Stand up for our future generation. Stand up for the spirit of the teachings of where we come from. That's the earth. When our fellow Canadians and Americans, all of us here on Turtle Island, what they have to understand, the general public, is we're not going to threaten their livelihood. We're not going to take away the things that they love maybe. We're going to improve it because there are good alternatives. Green energy alternatives. There are alternatives for a better way of life. So thank you very much. Spread that message out. I ask each and every one of us to be a mighty pebble that's thrown into the pond and ripple out our message of what's happening here to the people. I know as British Columbians and Canadians that they'll come to understand that this isn't just an environmental problem or a First Nation problem. This is all of our problem. If we were the true owners of these pipelines, we would want to make a difference and change the $1.6 billion subsidies that our government gives to oil companies and direct it towards some green energy. That would be a good difference and a good start. Let's hold our government accountable. Let's hold our government accountable. Let's send a message to them that we have to make a difference, and let's save them too. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you, my relatives, for welcoming us and hosting us. Thank you for the organizers. Much kasiyam.